Hi there, this is the forecast for February 2019 for Leo risings. So starting out on the 1st, Mars will square Pluto, and this is happening in your 6th and 9th houses. This aspect can bring a feeling of fighting against outside manipulation, like you're the ultimate underdog and nothing's ever going well for you no matter how hard you fight. And this is happening in terms of feeling maybe as if you are enslaved to something in your health, keeping you from pursuing your higher goals, or like you are being subjected to this daily routine, this daily grind that's keeping you from traveling, keeping you from pursuing your educational or spiritual goals that you really want to. But I would hold off on reacting to this because it may very well be happening that some circumstance is keeping you kind of enslaved to some sort of grind or some type of routine that's keeping you from going after what you want. But on the 3rd, Venus moves into your 6th house and it moves into Capricorn, and there might be some ease and some clarity and communication about this that will make it easier to handle. So I would hold off on reacting or taking steps towards reconciling this issue until the 3rd. On the 4th, there is a new moon in Aquarius, and new moons are times of new beginnings and planting seeds in this area of our lives for the next 6 months to come. And with it in Aquarius in your 7th house, you may be thinking of partnerships or relationships and what you want to bring in terms of that in your life for the next 6 months. This new moon is conjunct Mercury, so it asks for particularly thinking of how your communication can tie into this. So how do you want to communicate differently to then bring in certain types of partnerships in your life? On the 6th, Uranus will go to 29 degrees of Aries in your 9th house, and this is the final degree of Aries for Uranus before it moves into its 7-year transit through Taurus. So something may be wrapping up for a final hit of change in terms of your career or long travel plans you've been going through with, or your spiritual religious growth. Something might finally change in that area of your life before it moves into another, and there'll be one final hit. On the 10th, Mercury will move into your 8th house and it moves into Pisces. So your communication regarding matters of shared finances or shared assets could increase during this time. On the 12th, Mars will conjunct Uranus and Aries in your 9th house. And like I was saying, that there might be one final change, and there also might be some increased energy going towards your 9th house of beliefs and long distance travel. There could be something unexpected happening that is abrasive or interruptive somehow to your life. I like to think of seeing these transits that come across as more difficult as an opportunity for me to take on the agency of the better manifestation of this transit. Not that, you have a say in completely what happens to you, but this is a transit of unexpected interruption, so maybe you take that on the 12th to make it a positive interruption for the better in your area of beliefs and spirituality and long distance travel instead of letting it happen to you. On the 14th, Mars will move into Taurus in your 10th house, and so then there is increased energy towards your career sector, your public image, how you want to be seen in the world, and there also could be some frustrations and difficulties if you have a date chart in particular, so be careful about being too brash or too abrasive in terms of your career, and instead let that energy be put towards getting shit done in your career. On the 18th, Chiron will then move into Aries, and Chiron isn't a planet, it's an asteroid, but it will be in Aries until 2027, so this is a long-term transit in your 9th house that I keep highlighting for you of your spirituality and long-distance travel educational goals. Chiron is highlighting where you might have given your personal power away in those things, and where there's an opportunity to grow and heal and reconcile yourself, and then teach others how to do the same who can relate to your struggles and your issues, and teach from a place of knowing the pain and then growing from there. On the 18th, the Sun will move into Pisces and light up your 8th house. So just during Pisces season, there could be increased activity regarding shared money, other people's assets you have a part of in your life. On the 19th, there is a Virgo full moon in your 2nd house. And full moons are culmination periods for the past 6 months of development in that area of our sky. And it's relating to your personal assets and finances, your 2nd house, how you make your livelihood. So something might be coming to fruition, something might be at its peak regarding your money matters or any material goods you own. But the dispositor of this full moon, Mercury, is squaring Neptune. So be careful not to over-idealize or ignore signs that you aren't being realistic in terms of this development in your life. And instead, stay grounded, harness the Earth Virgo energy and be inspired but not delusional about what's going on. Overall, this is a month of asking you to consider and finalize changes in terms of your belief systems and your goals in life. So I hope this was helpful. I do private consultations at the link below. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you soon.